Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, look, check this shit out. Can I swear? Am I allowed to swear? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, I'm set up. I am set up. Oh. It's live streaming. I got my microphone. Can can you hear me? Can you hear me? You watching? Anybody watching? Oh, I'm gonna play some. I'm playing. What is this? I don't know, but I got my um. Can you hear me? 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 Oh, you can hear me. Ah, that's cool. That's cool as hell, man. Ha ha. All right, so you can hear me. Is it loud? It's not that loud. Oh, I'm gonna try to get this microphone closer. Can you hear me now? I think you can hear me now. You can hear me now, right? Yep.
Land grab.
That's me right there. That's who I am right there. I'm the guy right there. I'm real big.
Take the zones, win the day.
Three
Obama,
zones
you can go to hell.
incoming.
Anyways, like I was saying, oh, apparently somebody's watching this video to make sure that if I say something I'm not supposed to say, they're going to try to take my ability to stream on Twitch away. Okay, so Obama is telling me that he's watching, listening to me talk, catch me saying something I'm not allowed to say.
Successful skirmish. 2 of 3.
Three zones
And he's trying to
incoming.
keep me from talking or saying anything at all because he has a way. He has his technology. Well, his technology. He's telling me that I'm gonna stop you from saying anything I don't want to tell you. Wait, before you can think of anything to say, I'm going to stop you from talking. That's what he just said. Or somebody's speaking for him.
They tip the scale.
3 zones incoming.
Prevent me from talking. So usually I say stuff and I just say whatever I want when something happens. So somebody's using technology to stop me from thinking when I want to say something, and they're giving me words to say, right? So they're stopping me from thinking, and then like if something happens, they'll just say what another kid would say, right? So another person would say. So they're stopping me from being able to tell you guys who I am and to say what they want me to say. So that's basically it. That's what I'm trying to do is talk to you guys like I would, like I kind of would, and somebody is using technology to stop me from speaking, like at any given chance, any moment, at any time, to say exactly only the things that they want me to say. So if I'm talking about like what you're trying to, they just told me that what you just said doesn't make sense to other people. They just told me that no one gets what we're doing to you. That's what he just said to me. So I'll try again. It's like when you are, if you're doing something and right as you do it, you think of something to say. There's somebody who invented technology to stop a person from thinking at any from saying what they want to say at any moment. So and then they say words in your ear. So this technology can stop you from thinking, and then these people can say words in your ear. So the only thing you know, the only thing you can think of is what the words that this person, whatever the words the person just said to you. So in your head, you hear the words, their words,
incoming,
and then you say what they want you to say, and you can't say anything you want to say. Technology. No, eliminating my followers was not antisocial behavior. Those people weren't even commenting on my page. I mean, they refused after like 3 or 4 months, and you don't say anything on somebody's page, and you watch their movie, you watch their posts, and you don't say anything. That's not your follower. That's an enemy. That's somebody watching. It's like someone who doesn't care about you. Right? Is only looking at the things you do, but don't care enough to talk to you. Is not a follower. People who follow people or follow their videos, they talk to them. That's what people do. And someone just stopped me from thinking and then told me to press A so that I could get past the screen. So this technology can stop you from thinking, and then these people can make you think or tell you things to get you to do whatever it is that you would have been doing, because they want to think that they are in charge of you or in control of you, or not in control, but they're telling you what to do before you can do it, before you can make a decision to do it, whatever it is you wanted to do before they told you to do it. And that's what these people are doing. And they just told me they hope nobody watches this video, nobody ever listens to what you're saying, and nobody ever hears what you just said. That's what someone in my ear just told me. That's what somebody in my ear just told me. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna tell. I'm pretty much telling. And somebody else said that's why you're still gay. And meaning that's why people. That's why everywhere you go, people treat you like treat you horribly, treat you with no respect, hurt your feelings, try to get you mad, do bad. That's why people are doing bad things to you, because you plan on telling. And they knew you weren't gonna not tell, so that's why somebody is still choosing to electrocute you, electrocute your genitals, electrocute your ears, electrocute your anus, and talk to you constantly about gay culture everywhere you go.
Capture the flag.
And some girl is telling me in my ear she's trying her best to tell on you, and to tell somebody to get you kicked off of because Twitch is owned by the gay community, something like that. She said a lot of gay kids or gay people use Twitch. And since you're talking bad about not about the entire gay community, but about lots of people in the gay community. They want you to be kicked off Twitch because you're telling on people in the gay community, and they feel like it's they feel like that should mean
Our forces have seized the enemy flag.
that should mean you shouldn't use Twitch, a site that is used by mostly people in the gay community.
The enemy carrier has revealed this.
Bull
So,
true.
I don't think so. I mean, I notice a lot of people in the gay
Be
community
proud,
on Twitch,
Spartan.
but I don't think it's okay to kick someone off because they're
Flag
telling
returned.
that somebody put technology in people's bodies, and they don't. That person doesn't want that technology in their bodies anymore. So I'm a tell. I'm still gonna tell. I don't know. I'm whoever is with me are the people that are quiet. Like you don't hear of. You don't hear about. They also tell. I mean, I'm sure these people have made police reports, called the feds, called everyone they could think of for help, right?
Do that again.
And they're living with the same
Hurry the
problems
flag
I'm
back to
living with.
base.
And you
You're
don't hear
exposed,
about them.
Spartan.
You don't
The
hear of
enemy
them.
carrier has revealed themselves.
Like when this happens, when someone turns these things on in people, they probably stop everyone around them from helping that person, or tell them ahead of time, like we're about to do
Overshield,
this.
inbound.
Do not respond. Do not talk to this person. Do not help this person. Don't do anything we don't tell you to do.
Overshield available.
With this person. We made a decision.
We have
that
eyes
this
on the
person
enemy
is,
flag carrier.
whoever we say they are, and it's okay for us to do this to this person because it's a choice we thought about, we've considered, and we believe that this person is gay. So we're going to be sexually harassing
Flag
him,
returned.
electrocuting his genitals, and doing things to him that they don't like, until they do exactly what we tell them to do. So I think that's how and why these things happen, and nobody is talks about it, or no one knows, or it's not in the mainstream media because somebody blocked it out. Like my streams, someone just said my streams are an example, but that's irrelevant. I mean, I think you look at it across the country. I can't be the only one in the world that has this technology in their bodies and doesn't like it. I'm just the latest one to realize it, and the latest person
Enemy flag returned.
to be telling. So I'm positive that I'm beyond positive that this is a problem across the country, and people do different things to fight back. I'm choosing to tell everywhere I go. And yeah, someone's trying to remind me to talk about the idea that nobody will believe you because this is something. It seems like it's impossible to have happened to anybody, right? It's impossible to put technology in someone's body when they're born. It's also impossible to this technology doesn't exist. And it's hard to believe that somebody did that to somebody else, to a child, right? To a newborn. 31 years ago? It's hard to believe, right? It's really hard to believe that this happened to somebody 31 years ago. But it did. I think it's a crime like any other crime. And
They have our
just
flag.
because
Take
it's
it
hard
back.
to imagine that someone would do it, doesn't mean that somebody didn't do it. Doesn't mean that someone didn't think about it and do it and developed a plan around it to prevent someone from reporting it.
Enemy flags in Allied hands.
So they thought ahead of time. What are we gonna do when people start complaining and saying that there's technology inside their bodies that they don't
Do
want?
that again.
Well, people thought before
It's
they
yours.
even had the
Now
first,
capture it.
before
exposed spy.
anything else, they thought, well, we gotta have something for that. We gotta be able to protect this technology or protect our ability to get people to do what we want. And the idea was to tell everyone it was a mental health problem. Tell everybody that whatever that happens to a person, like if a person tells you their genitals are being electrocuted, if they tell you that gay people are trying to get them to have sex with them, tell that person they have a mental health problem. Which I think is outrageous. One, because we live. There's lots of technology in our that we all know of. We have cell phones that don't make people believe we're insane when we're talking to people. You have a cell phone. I have a cell phone. If somebody heard you talking on your phone, they would never guess that you had a mental health problem, right? If they didn't see your phone and these people heard you talking on the phone, they still wouldn't guess you had a mental health problem. So the phone doesn't have to be visible for someone to believe you're on the phone talking to somebody.
Enemy
So
flag
if somebody
returned.
didn't see your phone and they heard you talking and they told you you had a mental health problem, they're trying to purposefully keep whatever technology that was invented that would keep a phone hidden, being thought about the idea of putting a cell phone in somebody's body or a cell phone that's not visible. So they're protecting the idea that a cell phone in someone's body is unheard, like is impossible, or they don't even want anyone to think that there is no phone nearby. They don't even want anyone to believe that, right? They don't want anyone to believe that. So, yeah, somebody invented a cell phone that could be placed in somebody's body, and they just decided to tell everyone if somebody chose to not like the technology, that it was called schizophrenia. They developed a made-up psychology or mental health problem, right? I firmly believe it's not possible to have schizophrenia. I have never been able to talk with another voice in my head besides my own. And I've never been able to do that. I don't believe it's possible for anyone to hear someone else's voice in their head without technology. If you can develop a way to do that, then tell me. I wouldn't believe you. I would not believe you that you actually had schizophrenia. You would just be lying to me and describing what psychologists have decided to name a behavior or a idea psychologists have decided to name schizophrenia. So I wouldn't believe you. I can't do it. I know I can't make up a voice in my head and call it somebody else's and say that it was somebody else's, so I know you can't either. And I believe that somebody planned this out. Somebody had an idea in the 1970s or the 1960s to do this, right? To make sure that everybody in any position of authority would be able to be controlled by somebody else or told what to do by somebody else, right? So if you want to hold a position of authority in this country or any other country, somebody invented the idea that I needed to be able to control every single person with any power in this country, in any country. So the best way to do it is to use technology and to torture these people if they choose not to do what you tell them to do, and to have a plan in mind for people who choose to tell, right? If people who choose to tell get told they have a mental health problem. Right? So the technology is hidden behind the lessons, the constant teaching, the beliefs, right? Belief. So I believe in psychological disorders because I've been told that there are people with psychological disorders. I have not been told that you can create psychological disorders with technology. I have not been told that. But if someone did tell you, it would make sense that whatever psychological disorders that person described could be created from technology. And I am telling that somebody chose to put technology in babies across the country, and with parents to help, using their parents to help those. So let's say your parents, you grew up. Well, I'm sorry. Let's say your parents decided to be part of the gay community, or a community of people who decided to a community of people who decided to a community of people who believed whatever this person who invented this, the inventor, the creator of this technology believed. So let's say you believed what they believed, that there should be somebody in charge of everyone, or to protect the values of this, to protect the values that they believed in. So they decided to let this person put technology in their children. And when those kids complained, the parents would not help. So I can't imagine that lots of families would agree with this. But I mean, it's a willing. So if you're, it'd have to be a willing family or two willing parents. Now you can put this in a lot of black families across the country because a lot of black families are don't exist. So like the parents in the black family aren't really there. So you can put this in a lot of black kids, and then teach them, start talking to them, and start giving them the things that they need in life, like like cheating. Help them cheat through life, telling them how to survive without actually doing anything. Cheat through life, and using this technology to talk to them, you give them the ability to see and do things that they're not allowed to see or do. So if you put technology in somebody's body that can let them see things, like visual things, or of other people, like and people at home in the privacy of their home who also have this technology in their bodies. So like say there's a girl like 3 blocks away, and you want to see her at home when she doesn't know you're watching her, or she's looking at herself in the mirror, and you are watching her look at herself in the mirror through her eyes. it's something that a lot of black kids or a lot of kids would get into. So that technology is a way to convince someone to do what you want them to do. And fuck yourself. And so that technology gets kids to do what you want them to do. And then you can cheat. You can talk to these kids while they're doing their tests and give them the right answers. So they cheat through these exams and get into the best schools and make it as far as they want to make it in life. Or as far as you want them to make it in life. And then the kids who choose not to participate, the kids who choose not to be gay or choose not to be racist or choose not to do what you want them to do, you interfere with their abilities to do the same things that these other kids are doing. So when these kids go to school and they try to learn, you mess with their brains. You electrocute the portion of their brains that they need to do the work at school. You electrocute the portion of their brains that they need to be good at sports. You electrocute their lungs. You electrocute their genitals. You do all these things to prevent these kids from being able to do the things that they want to do while they're at school, while they're anywhere. So there's some kid who's suffering and doesn't want to tell anybody because nobody will, or he has told someone, but nobody has done anything, or people are telling him he has a mental health problem. And that everyone knows those people with mental health problems get hurt, get arrested, get beat up, get locked up, and nobody cares about them. So all these stories were created prior to this person someone using this technology on people. So we had a history of these things before anyone started speaking about technology. So maybe it's still like these things are happening to people and they don't know why. So like maybe someone's electrocuting portions of somebody's brain and that person has no idea that they're having problems because of technology. Maybe they believe it's because they have a mental problem. Maybe that's what they believe. But the truth is, someone is electrocuting a portion of their brain and preventing that portion of brain from functioning. And that's called and they go to the doctor and they get drugs that won't help. The drugs will never stop electrical signals being sent from this technology.
A masterful strike.
So you're taking drugs for no reason. Someone in my ear is telling me to say, call it a placebo. Call that a placebo. It would be, right? How can drugs beat an electrical signal to your brain? They'll never be able to do that. So, so if you put technology in somebody's body, you prevent that person from being able to do things that like a normal person would be able to do. Like, let's say someone's telling me to talk about memory loss. You grow up and you're like 40 or 50 years old and you started losing your memory. You think it's a medical problem, but it's really a technology problem. So 40 or 50 years ago, somebody thought it was a good idea to put technology in your body and mess with you for some reason. So you stop doing what they want you to do. You stop being who they want you to be. They'll start messing with your brain, or just creating the problems that makes other people believe it's possible, that it's possible to have memory loss, so that they could do the same things to somebody else, right? So let's say some victim who refuses to do what you want them to do is now suffering from memory loss because of some piece of technology that you invented that prevents people from being able to remember things. So, it's a punch. Like someone is bullying somebody with technology. invented a way to hurt, torture, and bully somebody because they didn't do what they wanted you wanted them to do, and they invented a way. Someone thought of a way to hurt people who did not do what they wanted them to do over 60 years. So think of this like an idea that really intelligent people had decades before we were all born, right? You're watching this and listening to this. Think of it as a way to think of it as a weapon, right? Think of it as or not a weapon, an idea that somebody went through, like somebody thought of and decided to do, and believed it was for the best for everybody. Believed it was the best for everybody to put technology in people's bodies and to make them do things that you wanted them to do. Think of it as their idea that was best for everybody. Oh, the memory loss thing. So memory. So someone reminded me you didn't really clear that memory idea. So let's say somebody has somebody doesn't want to do what you tell them to do, and you taught a lot of people that there's a way to suffer, or that it's common that people suffer from memory loss, right? So you develop that idea. You develop the idea that it's common for people to suffer from memory loss. To cover for the other idea that I can make somebody suffer from memory loss with technology. And if someone is telling me to say that that is very possible. That is very possible to use technology to make someone suffer from memory loss. Put it in these people when they're children, before they can stop you. It is very possible to someday make children suffer from memory loss. Or make adults suffer from memory loss. This technology. And someone just told me that this technology around in the 60s would have to be the most advanced thing possible, technological advancement that a person could think of in the 60s. Or maybe even later in the 70s.
Zone incoming.
But this is when you get to people who are very smart, very wealthy. This is not that hard for them to do. Even for rich, smart people in the 60s. You gotta find the richest, the smartest, the most capable individuals in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. You can think of a way to get people to do what they want to do, and lie about and protect themselves from never being told. And I guess they figured put the technology in their body, use it, and tell everybody else who's willing or who likes this technology to tell those people they had mental health problems. I guess it's really smart. Oh, the technology idea. Someone's reminding me in my ears to explain that the technology is advanced, really advanced. How do you explain how advanced this technology is to people who would be in the 1960s and 1970s?
Threat sensor obtained.
If they did try it. So I'm guessing when people worked with this,
What an extraordinary
the technology was a lot. It wasn't as nice as it is now. So they probably invented something just to mess with people's heads and put it in their bodies, put it in these people's bodies. So I think that's what they did. I think they just invented something really small, really easy, that could fit inside somebody's body when they're born to mess with them. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing it was really simple, really easy. It was the best that they could do at the time. So the best that we could do right now in the 1960s and 1970s is this. This is the very best we can do. And they went with it. They just put it inside some baby's body or lots of babies' bodies across the country. And they turned it on when they wanted to. So people started crying, started complaining, started saying that these things were happening to them. And this was, during this time, people just said, you must have schizophrenia, right? And these people are telling you, no, I'm certain that it is someone talking to me. And these doctors, these people, and everyone around them was telling them that it's not possible. I'm sure this has happened in the 1960s and 1970s. Someone just decided to do that and hurt, and eventually these people decided to do what they were told to do, right? To keep the people from electrocuting them, electrocuting their genitals, messing with their hearts, messing with their lungs, from talking to them all the time. So these people who were being tortured from the inside with technology in the 1960s and the 1970s just did what they were told, and that's where it began, right? So it was difficult at the beginning, but somebody figured that out. Like I said earlier, they figured out psychological disorders to name, to call the things that people were complaining about. So if you're complaining that your genitals are being electrocuted, if you're complaining that your lungs, you can't breathe that well, they call it asthma. They say you have asthma. If you're complaining that you have heart problems, they call it arrhythmia. If you're complaining that you can't breathe, you can't think that well, whatever portion of your brain that has a problem, they had a name for it. So already, and then they just turn the technology on, and they continue these things on to people who didn't actually have this problem. So for me, my genitals are being electrocuted as I'm talking to you. Someone is talking to me as I'm talking to you, and they're squeezing my lungs. So it's very possible to use technology to squeeze the lungs of another person. Like to squeeze the muscles, electrical signals to that person's lungs. Squeezing their lungs to make it really hard for them to talk or breathe. You can mess with somebody's heart. And make their heart beat or feel funny. Send it like an electrical signal to their heart. You make their heart feel funny or feel different. You can mess with someone's ability to play sports, catch footballs or catch baseballs. If you send an electrical signal to the portion of your brain that controls your movements, your hand movements, you can interfere with that person's ability to catch a ball. So, I think people do this or did this years ago, and I don't know. They did a lot of bad things. I think these people are really guilty. I think the people who invented this technology are incredibly guilty. Did something really, really bad. And they want someone to tell. I think they've done something really, like incredibly bad. I think I'm supposed to tell. I'm supposed to keep telling. And because they're telling me, these people are telling me that it's because we did something really bad. We need someone to tell on us. And we think it should be you. I guess if you count all the bad things that these people have done for like the last 80 years or 70 years, these people are probably the worst people in the history of people. and somebody just told me in the background, behind my head, some dude using like technology that you can use to direct voices. So let's say you hear a voice to your left. You know it's coming from your left. You look to the left. Let's say you hear a voice to the right. You know it's to the right. You look to your right. Right? Let's say you hear a voice in front of you. You look ahead of yourself, and you know there's a person should be coming from that direction. So this guy decided to use his voice from behind me, use technology to point a man's voice behind me.
Capture the flag.
And to tell me you're still gay. After I just said, when I said what I said to you guys. So, that's me. This is what I'm dealing. I am trying to tell on people. No, I'm not mad. Do I sound mad? I'm telling. This is not my problem. I mean, this is my. Well, I gotta die someday, so I don't really.
They have our
I don't
flag.
really.
How satisfying.
This is a problem for the next person to deal with. That's what I think. So no, yeah, these famous people are telling me. Dwayne Johnson just told me, "Are you mad? Are you angry?" I don't sound angry. I sound like I'm telling, right? I think I sound like I'm telling. Yeah, I don't like anything bad that's happening to me. But there's nothing I can do about it besides to talk about it or to go on social media sites and tell.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. Swift and silent.
Well, the only thing I can do is tell.
Active camo inbound.
And that's what I plan on doing.
We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.
Oh, someone is these people
Active
with
camo
this technology
available.
is telling me to take this video and put it on YouTube. Download it and put it on YouTube.
Return. Double kill. Flag capture.
A fitting commendation.
But yeah, no, I'm not mad. I am pretty upset that you took years of my life from me just to find out if you can force me to be gay. You put technology in my body, you tortured me, you electrocuted my genitals, you did a bunch of bad things that you weren't supposed to do. I am upset about that, and I guess there's nothing, nothing I could do besides tell. And I say this to everybody. I say that to everybody. I say to everyone that sometimes there's nothing you can do besides tell on somebody. No matter what. You want to do more than that. You gotta just you look into the law. You can't take matters into your own hand. You can't do bad things to people because bad things are happening to you. That's not how the world works. You have to tell on those people. Right. So like any crime in the world, you call the police. Like every crime that's ever committed, you have to call the police. And so then somebody figured that out, right? Make sure that these people can't call the police, or the police tell them they can't help these people, right? So that makes the person feel like doing things for
forces have seized
themselves,
the
right?
enemy flag.
To stop the torture, to stop the problems, to make sure that they don't feel the same way anymore, or to hurt the people hurting them
They've taken
because
our
the police
flag.
won't do anything.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Even if the police won't do anything, you still can't do bad things to people because somebody did something bad to you. It doesn't matter what they did or how they're doing it. All that matters is that you can't do bad things to these
Enemy
people.
flag returned.
And some woman just told me you are a bad person, so you don't have you
Enemy
should not
captured
be
your
able to
flag.
report or say anything to anybody. Or you shouldn't know that. You should know that you can't do
Alpha
bad
away.
things to other people
Grapple
because
shot acquired.
people did bad things to you. You're not supposed to know that. You
Our
aren't supposed
forces
to
have
know
seized the
that
enemy flag.
you shouldn't hurt anybody else because somebody hurt you.
Enemy flag returned.
So she's really in a very angry look on her face. A white woman with a very angry look on her face just told me that. But that's everywhere. You don't see people hurting people because they were hurt by those people. Anyway.
Hurry the flag back to base.
Flag returned.
They know where you are.
So yeah, you call the police, and if the police don't do anything, you call the you tell on social media. You go to social media and you tell as many people as possible what's happening to you.
Flag captured.
That's what I would do. And I guess this woman expected me to not know that.
They have our flag. Take it back.
I'm telling.
Flag returned.
It's because some dude made a bet that he would have sex with me when I got older. At some point in his life, and since I wasn't looking like anything he could do would get me to have sex with him, they started to use technology to torture me and talk to me and tell me things about gay culture that nobody likes, no matter what. And they tell me these things by force, and then to send police officers in the gay community to harass me, to get me to feel like using police officers for suicide by police officers, right? So they send police near you, to get you to think about killing yourself because
Enemy flags in allied hands.
You're being sexually harassed, technologically harassed, and being lied on, being lied to all the time. They say that this should mean that you are ready for somebody to kill you, right? That means you're ready to, because that's your only alternative, right? You feel like telling didn't work. It's telling, and that hasn't worked. You've been talking to police, and that hasn't worked. And you're still being sexually harassed and tortured everywhere.
Victory.
And nothing's happening. So usually people feel like doing bad things to somebody else, and that's when, or being told they have a mental health problem. And that's when police show up to kill the person who has the mental health problem. Right? Because that person is being tortured or sexually harassed and told that there's nothing that they can do about it. And that's what people choose to do, right? That's what they're telling me I should choose to do. Or they're using technology to keep me from thinking about remembering what I was saying. But I think that's the idea, right? That people choose to hurt themselves or hurt somebody else because they're being tortured with technology for whatever reason. So because they won't do something, because they did something in the past, because someone is told a bunch of people that they would have sex with you, and you refuse to have sex with them. So these people found a way to technologically torture somebody and and keep that person from telling and that person is being hurt. So the bet that this person made, this gay person made, that he would convince you to have sex with him, which is would be rape, no matter what, by torturing you, electrocuting your genitals, electrocuting your ear, telling you gay culture stories, or telling you gay stories about gay culture, or to tell you to not listen or to not help somebody, or we will torture you. And these people end up doing whatever it is that these other people who have the use of the technology have told them to do. Oh, so they just told me that as soon as you get famous, as soon as you keep telling and somebody decides that we're going to let you tell, they're going to look at everything there is to know about you and find a person or thing about you to use against you and to put you in jail or to kill you. They're going to find somebody who hates that you said this. Whatever that was, it may or may not be harmful, may not be hateful, may not be really bad at all, but this person decided to hate you because you said this and chose to kill you. So I guess there's a person out there that hates everything that somebody says, could hate anything that you said. They're going to find that person and tell them that you said this. And send that person to wherever you are and let whatever happen, happen. So if that person chooses to hurt you, it's okay. Because, well, no, that's between you two. But the truth is, these people are mad that you told me. That you said something that you weren't supposed to say, and they use the person that from the middle of nowhere, to hurt you, to do bad things.
Hill ready. Hill controlled.
It was assassination. Someone just told me the word. They said hit. It was a hit. Put a hit out on it. But it was really an assassination.
Enemy team took the hill.
It's not that smart. And it's worth dying for, man. Somebody's torturing you, you tell. No matter what, you tell on those people. If somebody hurt you,
Hill
you tell. You are usually worth a lot more than whoever is torturing or harassing you. I would tell.
Your team about to score.
They're usually more valuable than whatever it is these people are telling you have to do.
Drop wall obtained.
Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready.
Usually more valuable than that.
Hill controlled.
Signature inbound.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say something about what just happened to me in the game. Say something about what just happened. and somebody stopped me from talking, stopped me from thinking, used technology to stop my brain
Your
from
team
thinking
about to score.
about what I would say,
Enemy team
and told
took
me
the
what
hill.
to say.
Double kill. Hill control.
He told me to say, I don't remember, but I think he said, holy crap,
Your team
he said,
Hill
that was
incoming.
pretty bad for. Oh, I feel like I
Hill
get
ready.
cheated all the time. That's what he wanted. He just reminded me.
Enemy
He used
team
technology
took
to
the
stop
hill.
me from remembering, and then he told me what I remembered, what happened.
What a reliable weapon.
He said, you don't like, you think you're getting cheated.
Hill control.
That's what he told me to say.
Enemy team took the hill. Double kill. Hill control.
Tell. Told me that you should be angry that these things are happening to you. You're supposed to be very upset that these things are happening to you. Now, and this call, that's like
Nearing
this
victory.
encouragement from the President of the United States of America to do something very bad in response to the bad things that are happening to you. You're not supposed to be any angrier. You're supposed to tell. Like all other people.
Victory. Stake.
Like all other people that bad things happen to, with bad things that are happening to them, they tell. They tell. They do what they want to do in life, and they tell about the bad things that happen. Yeah, I was just told that I should be angrier than I am. I should do something in response to whatever it is. Oh, that your bad things are happening to you. You're being talked to, your genitals are being electrocuted, your ears are being electrocuted. Someone is trying to get you to be gay, and they've been doing that for 30 years of your life, trying to get you to have sex with gay dudes in every conscious way that they can think of. In unconscious way. They found technology that can affect your dreams. So stop you from dreaming and to put give you the dreams they want you to have. So you should be angry. He said you should be angry about all the bad things that have happened to you. That's what the President of the United States just told me. I'm supposed to be very angry about the bad things that have happened to me. More so than playing video games and telling people about the things that have happened to me. I should be angrier than that. I think a lot of people wrote police reports for decades. I think for decades people have complained to the police about the same things I'm complaining about. And someone is trying to act like I'm the first person in the entire country to ever deal with this technological problem. This technological torture. Somebody electrocuting their genitals, playing with their ears, playing with their anus, telling them about gay culture, trying to get them to have sex with people they don't want to have sex with. All these things I'm the first one this has happened to. But the truth is, I'm just one more person that has reported to police, reported on YouTube, reported on social media sites that bad things are happening to them, and no one's helping them. So I guess I'm supposed to believe that it's okay because it's okay to be angrier because really bad things are happening to you. Things that shouldn't happen to you are happening to you. And I guess I'm supposed to feel worse about these things. But the truth is nothing they said has changed what is supposed to happen. Just because bad people have done really bad things to you doesn't mean you can respond in the way that they are encouraged. Well, they like them. You shouldn't respond with the same violence or aggression or anger or criminal actions that or bad things that they do to you to them. So I think telling is the only option. And that's what I'm doing. I gotta go. I forgot. I have a. I gotta go to a job interview. So, and someone keeps telling me, you're awesome. Awesome. It's like what a pedophile would tell a baby. You're awesome all the time. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I mean, go to a job interview. So I gotta go. And if people want to talk to me, ask any questions, let me, yeah, write me. And, I will talk to you. Okay.